Alrighty. Today we're going to be talking about lesson 5.6, which is compound interest tables. We are going to add to our equation sheet, but this one has a couple of steps, so don't think that I'm going to fit it all on the bottom. So I would rather write it on a brand new piece of paper rather than have the steps split over two separate lessons, or two separate pages, I should say. So I'm going to say Chapter 5, Equations, continued. Now I'll end up stapling these together in the end. All right, our equations for today. Steps to finding compound interest using a table. Step 1. Find the total number of interest periods. In order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to say periods per year times the number of years. Step 2. Find the interest rate per period. In order to do that, we're going to do annual rate divided by number of periods per year. Step 3. Find the amount of $1 for the number of interest periods at the interest rate per period. Using the compound interest amount of $1 table on page A11. So you're going to need your blue books. Next, Step 4. Find the amount. You're going to do original principal times the amount of $1. Five. Find the compound interest. A. In order to do that, you're going to take your amount and subtract the original principal. Another equation that we're going to add to our list is amount equals principal times 1.00 plus my rate raised to the number of years. Take a moment to copy all of those equations down. There is one vocab word for this lesson, and that is compound interest table, a tool to calculate compound interest quickly. All right, 5-6. Example number 2. State Bank pays 6% interest compounded quarterly on regular savings accounts. Marta Carmona deposited $3,000 for 2 years. She made no other deposits or withdrawals. How much interest did Marta earn during the 2 years? All right. So remember that it said, first, find the total number of interest periods. So step 1, find the interest periods. It says take your periods per year and multiply by the number of years. Well, it's quarterly, so that's 4 times for 2 years' time, so that's 8 times. Step 2 said find the interest rate per period. So we're going to take our annual rate and divide by the number of periods per year. So we're going to take 6 divided by 4 because we're compounding this 4 times a year. So we're going to do 6 divided by 4 gives me 1.5%. Here in the third part was the trickiest part of all. It says find the amount of $1 for the number of interest the interest periods at the interest rate per period using the compound interest of amount of $1 table on page A11. So we're going to go to A11 in the back of my book. A11 is like an orange edged paper. Looks similar to this. Now, the number of periods was what we found for number 1. That was 8. We have 8 periods. We also found an interest rate of 1.5. Okay, that's going across. The number in that cell is 1.12649. 1.12649. 1.12.649. Now, question 4 says, or step 4, sorry, find the amount. To find the amount, you are going to take your deposit or your principal, 3,000, and multiply it by the answer you got to part 3, 1.12649. So we're going to do 3,000 times 1.12649, and I'm getting $3,379.47. Step 5. To find the compound interest, we're going to take our answer from 4, so $3,379.47, and we're going to subtract our original principal, which is 3,000. That gives me $379.47. How much interest did Marta earn during the 2 years? $379.47. Now, this is condensing what we just did in lesson 5.5, because you know how we found out how many times we would have to do this, which was 8 times? We would have to repeat this process 8 times. So this is a lot easier to look up these numbers in the chart, go through these steps, rather than repeat the process of adding my compound interest in 8 times. You have a try on your own, but in order to do the try on your own, you're going to have to walk through the 5 steps that we just talked about. For this set, I'm going to give you about 7 minutes. I don't think it should take any longer than that. So go ahead and take a moment, pause your video now, and answer questions 3 and 4. As you can see, the answers to questions 3 and 4 have now been provided for you. Please take a moment to get those written down to check them against what you've written. If you have any questions, please come see me about these. On the next slide, you're going to see a drag and drop to place the steps in the correct order. So go ahead and do that. Again, if you have any questions on these, please come see me about these answer choices. On to the next set of problems.